people love some free stuff. Okay, like nobody knows who I am still, but it's all right. So how are y'all doing today? So today is gonna be kind of a low-key, more business related type of video. I'm gonna be giving y'all some advice, some tea, honey, for starting a personal nail business. A lot of you that watch me are probably watching me because you're interested in nail art or because I'm just cute. I'm just kidding. But you're probably interested in nail art and you may have desires of starting a personal nail business of your own. Ever since the pandemic hit, there are not as many people going to the nail salon as there used to be. More people are slaying themselves at home, and I'm 100% here for it. And I think it's so important as women just to know how to like put yourself together. And I think a lot of other women are starting to feel that way as well. You know, the world of handmade press-ons is expanding very rapidly still. Every time I go on Instagram, I'm discovering another press-on nail business, and I love it. Like, the world is big and we can all eat. If you want to see more in-depth detailed videos like how to package and ship or how to build like a website, comment below and let me know if those are like things that you'd be interested in at this juncture, just because my personal nail business is still very small. It's very, very new and I still have a lot to learn myself. So comment below and let me know if that is something that you would like to see. Make sure you grab a snack, make sure you grab yourself a little drink. I got one right here in my little pimp cup. Before we get into this video, make sure that you're subscribed. Hit that subscribe button down below. It's right there. It's free 99. All you gotta do is click it. All you gotta do is click it. And don't forget to hit that bell so that you're notified whenever I post a new video. And if you want, I mean, you might as well just like follow me on Instagram or whatever. Like, it's nothing like. But seriously, if you want consistent product updates, exclusive sale notifications, make sure you follow me here. And check out my website as well. I sell handmade, customized, and reusable press-on nails. The link for that will be in the description. And without further ado, I guess I'll just jump right in. Okay, so my first little piece of advice that I guess I have, or the first thing that I feel like you need to start a press-on nail business, is vision, passion, and drive. If you don't have a vision, you don't have a mission, you don't have a story, you don't know what you want your business to be, it's gonna be kind of hard for you to pull a target audience. It's gonna be hard for you to sell yourself and your brand if you're not personally connected to it. So spend some time getting your vision together and figuring out why it is that you really want to start this business. The second thing that I said was passion. There's gonna be days where you're not gonna feel like fulfilling orders. You're not gonna feel like sitting down at your desk, pulling out the nail supplies. You're just not gonna feel like it. You don't enjoy, like, the way I look at it, I forget where I heard this, but it's like in 2021, no one takes pride or sees themselves as servants anymore. So if you don't see that, if you don't see you owning a business as you being a servant and you providing your service to, you know, your client base, the public, it's just not going to be enjoyable for you anymore. If you don't take pride and enjoy the actual labor part of it, you know, it's just not going to go well for you. And the third thing is drive. If it's not in you to, like, owning a business, you're gonna be constantly learning. You're gonna be constantly making mistakes. You're gonna be constantly having to deal with unfamiliar and uncomfortable situations. So if it's not in you to be able to adapt to those things, it's not gonna go well for you. So those are the three things that you need to establish first: is vision, passion, and drive. If you're watching this video, you probably have all three of those things already. So congratulations to you, sis. You've officially accomplished the first step. The second thing you need is a business plan. And this is something that I really didn't spend too much time on when I started my business, was a business plan. And you can do more in-depth research about what a business plan consists of and what's actually in a business plan once you write it up. You can even hire people to help you create this. I definitely recommend drafting up a business plan, and that'll help you figure out how much money you do need to spend in total, like, you know, for what it is you're trying to go for. Are you trying to be a luxury brand? Are you focusing more on the convenience aspect of it? Are you going to be a vegan and cruelty-free brand. You know, you got to kind of figure all that stuff out. And writing a business plan on a nice like big poster board or sheet of paper is going to kind of help you visualize a little bit. It's going to kind of help you just get your shit together a little bit more, just so that, like I said, you can have a clear vision of where it is that you're going. You can set clear goals for yourself. You can also establish actionable steps to attain those goals. And when I say goals, what I mean is, how many sales do you want to have in a month? How many promotions do you want to do over the course of a month? How many people do you want to reach out to over the course of a week? That kind of stuff is going to really help to keep you on track and feel like your business is making, or be a better way to track your business's progress. Get you one. So the next thing that you're going to want to focus on is a logo. You want your logo to be simple, recognizable, and clean. So when you're making your logo, you can pay someone to draft it up for you, or you can just go with something simple and create it yourself on Canva. That's where I created my logo. And I love my logo, you know, it's my baby. It was the first logo that I ever made, and it'll be around until I feel that I need to rebrand and re-up. But you definitely want to make sure, no matter what, you establish a logo, because when people see that logo or they see something like it, they're going to think of your business, and they're going to, you know, it's going to be kind of like in their mind. Like, think about how you feel when you see the McDonald's arch, or when you see the little girl with the pigtails from Wendy's, or, you know, the W with the yellow thing from Walmart. You recognize it, and it makes you think, like, it kind of makes you think about like the stuff you want, or like you might see a McDonald's M and you might think, I want some fries tomorrow, and then that's, you know, that's more brand recognition and ultimately more money for them. It's the exact same thing with starting your own business. Before you pay anyone to do anything, please just try and see what you're capable of, what you can actually do, because if it's one thing that having a business has taught me, is that 9 times out of 10, you're capable than way more than you think or know that you are. When I started my business, I did everything myself, and you know, it's not perfect, it's not the best work, but it's mine, and I did it, and I'm happy with it. I created my own YouTube intro, I created my own outro screen, I created my own logo, like, I got my own packaging together. Like, I did everything, and you can too. It's really not that hard. It's just a matter of having a vision and thinking a lot about, if you were on the other end of this transaction, what would you want people to know or recognize about your business, and put that shit in action. It's really not that hard. Okay, the next thing that I want to talk about is supplies. And girl, just buy things that you need at this point. I'm creating YouTube videos now, and I have a pretty extensive collection of nail art supplies, and it makes me really happy just to have in my possession. But if you're trying to be like on the more frugal side of things, which you definitely should at all times, you're gonna want to just stick to the things that you need, stick to the essentials. Like, if you are wondering what those essentials are, make sure you check out my DIY press on nail starter kit video. In that video, I talk about all the stuff that you need to make and sell press on nails. So that'll be linked in the cards somewhere. So if you don't know even like where to start, just check that out. I give a pretty good extensive overview of all the stuff that I believe you need to start a press on nail business, and everything is linked in the description as well. So check that out. You don't have to buy the most expensive gel polishes. Like, I don't use luxury gel polisher because I feel like it's more about the skill than it is about the product. Like, yes, obviously you need quality product because you need to make sure you're providing quality product to your customers, but ultimately it really is just about the skill, and it's about how you're putting things together. Because at the end of the day, all the inspiration for your styles, you know, it's okay to draw inspiration from like the Explore page, Instagram, and what's trendy, but at the end of the day, all of that, all of that is gonna come from you, and it's gonna be a reflection of your talent and your creativity. So with that being said, you do not need a truckload of the most expensive supplies to start. Just play around and see what it is that you actually can do, and what you're capable of, and what you enjoy doing, before you go pouring a massive amount of money into these supplies, because you do want to be able to make all that back. I would suggest that you don't budget more than maybe like $150 on your supplies, and that includes brushes, lamps, lights, actual nail tips. Unless you're going to be like a luxury brand, then that's a league of your own. I really can't speak to that. Make some nails for yourself. See how you like them. Before you actually start selling your product, wear it on yourself. See what it is that you like about it, what's working, what's not working. Take notes, you know what I'm saying, of like everything that you notice when you're wearing your nails. Like, how long are they staying on? Are they bending? Do you need to switch nail tips? Is the gel polish peeling? You need to take note of all this stuff, because if you don't, your customers definitely will, and they're not going to be as nice as you would be to yourself. Take your time, buy quality supplies at a decent price, and just get the quality together before you worry too much about, you know, the actual supplies itself. On to the next tip. Packaging, I think, kind of goes hand in hand with the logo. You do want to make sure your brand has nice, cute, trendy packaging. I feel like at this juncture, you don't need to spend like a ton of money on packaging, but what you do want to do is make sure that you get your logo and your packaging somehow, just because whatever way you spin it, you want the packaging and the process of the customer actually opening your product to be an experience. You want them to feel a type of way when they receive their product from you. You want them to get excited about it, right? You want them to be like, oh my God, I like my Diamond Dose nails are here, you know, whatever. Just make sure you have some good jewelry boxes. There's a ton on Amazon. My packaging has switched quite a few times. I started out with black jewelry boxes, and I would use purple glitter cardstock inside of like the top part of the box, just because like that's like my brand color, like purple and stuff, you know, like I love purple, it's everywhere. And then, you know, I kind of just got tired of feeling like I was wasting so much cardboard, so I switched over to cardstock, which is actually also like a cheaper option. And oh my God, I've seen people do so many things. I've seen people, well, first of all, if you guys want a tutorial on how I create my cardstock on Canva, let me know and I can try and film that. I've seen so many people do come up with so much different packaging, where maybe they'll roll up the cardstock and put it in like fake pill bottles, or they'll put it in like CD cases, you know, those nice like heavy CD cases, or they'll put the cardstock in the box, you know. I mean, there's just so many different things that you can do. So make sure that you're spending your time doing your research, seeing what other press-on nail businesses are doing. Don't research to copy, but research to learn, and research to intake, and research to get examples and advice on things that you can potentially do and that could potentially work for your own business. It's not about what you do, but it's how you do it. So make sure that you're doing that research, and, you know, figure out what people like, figure out what's quality to people. That's all I have to say about packaging. I wouldn't budget more than, like I said, maybe like $100 for packaging, maybe just for your first year of business, and you might find that you make a lot more money and you can upgrade your packaging. But that's how I might think about that just to start. Okay, we're gonna talk a little bit about shipping in a website. Again, before you go paying someone else to do anything for you, try it out for yourself. Building a website is not as hard as it sounds. I highly, highly, highly recommend you do some research and teach yourself maybe how to operate Shopify. I use that platform specifically because they make everything so easy for you. It's so clean cut. The coding is not really hard to figure out, and there's tons of tutorials and information specifically on how to use Shopify, because, you know, there's a lot of small business owners these days and they're all using Shopify, most of them. It's essential for people to have a place to find you. If you want to, though, if you don't want to invest any money in that quite yet, you can start selling on Etsy. Even if you do have a website, I would recommend you getting on Etsy still. I still need to do that. I'm being super lazy, but Etsy is a great place to start as well. You can have people DM you, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, if your brand is not really big yet, there's no recognition, they don't know who you are, they might be a little skeptical about just shooting you in the DMs, especially, you know, if your follower count is not really like quite up there yet, you know. Nobody knows who you are, like, which is okay. Nobody knows who I am still, but it's all right. So when creating my website, I looked at a lot of press-on nail websites and I was like, okay, what information do they have? What kinds of things do I need? How can I make my website the most easy to navigate, but also the most informative and visually interesting? Those were like the things that were most important to me when I was creating my website. People want things that are quick, that are easy to understand, and that look nice. So that was kind of like my goal when creating my website. Shipping for me was like the scariest part of starting a press-on nail business. It's so much easier to ship from home than going to the post office and having them do it for you. So I definitely recommend that you educate yourself on how to do your own shipping and all that good stuff. I would love to do a separate video on just shipping alone because it's a whole thing, right? It's a very essential part of the transaction process, and I want you guys to know as much about that as possible and to have you know, the easiest time possible getting your product to your customers. So comment below, let me know if that's something that you'd be interested in, because shipping is a whole topic within itself. So let me know. Shopify costs $30 per month to you know, have your website up and running. So I would budget $400 just because at that point you could keep your website running up for a whole year. That's not counting like the taxes and the shipping fees and things like that, but roughly like $400 should get you through the year. So, and like I said, Shopify is my fave. I'll always advocate for them. You can try and use like Wix or Big Cartel if you want to, but I've heard that those are a little bit harder to use. So if you're a beginner and you have the money, I definitely recommend that you invest in Shopify. So the next thing that I want to talk about is giveaways and collaboration. Do your research, find smaller influencers that maybe you might see work with small businesses, and send them some free product. Ask if you can send them some nails, but ask not only if you can send them some nails, but if you can send them a set to give away. Reach out to influencers, do collabs, get your name out. But as far as building brand recognition, getting your following up there, and creating a loyal clientele base, giveaways and collaborations have helped me a lot in growing my following, which is still, I mean, very small, but it'd probably be even smaller if I haven't done as many collaborations as I have up until this point. Don't be scared to message different influencers and ask to send them product, because people love some free stuff. Okay, like, and you know, if your work is not 100% up to par yet, it's okay, because they didn't pay for it. You know, not that you should not give them quality work. We all go through a phase where we still need practice, and you know, we still need time to perfect our craft. So if you're not quite there yet, it's okay, because you know, the product was free and they're giving their honest opinion about it. And if you don't really like their opinion, don't take it personally, but take it as feedback and use it as a template for what not to do next time or what to change. With that being said, the next thing that I want to talk about is promo. I didn't even realize how important promo was until pretty recently. I've kind of taken a step back from it just to streamline my outreach a little bit more. But just make sure that you are narrowing your target audience, make sure that your promo is engaging, and make sure that there's some kind of call to action along with your promo. You know, like if you do like a CEO appreciation post and then you promo it, you know, people might not like it just because you look cute. Like maybe if you're having a sale, that's something you might want to promo. If you're doing a giveaway, that could be a possible promo. If you release a new collection, that could be a possible promo. Like, you want to make sure that you're being smart about your promo, which is still something that I'm learning myself. But promo is another good way to put yourself out there. I wouldn't budget more than anywhere between $200 to $240 for an entire year of promo, because like I said, $5 a week, there's 52 weeks in the year. That's about like $250 or so. So you can do more, but it might not be as beneficial to you to do more. It's just kind of something you have to figure out. But either way, make sure you're doing some type of promo. And then the best promo of all, free promo, like social media, YouTube, all that stuff is so important to do. Make sure you're very active on your social media pages. When I first started my business, I was posting maybe 3 or 4 times a day on my business page. Just keep putting it out there and putting it out there, doing your research, seeing what other press-on nail artists are putting out there. See what kinds of things people are commenting on, see what kinds of things people are liking, see what kinds of things are getting them interested, and you know, follow accordingly. As far as a YouTube channel goes, I know it's not really for everyone. I'm not even sure if it's for me yet, but the fact of the matter is that I genuinely enjoy making nail art tutorials because I really love just doing nails. And the longer that I own my business and the more experience that I garner, the more I feel comfortable to share different things that I've been through, different things that I'm learning, and different things that are happening with my business. So, and like I said, seeing what other people are doing is really, really helpful as far as figuring out what kind of content you can put out and just having fun with it mostly. Like, I'm really enjoying the kind of community building aspect of it. So really just having fun with it, having it be something genuine, and having it be something that you enjoy is going to be the root of everything that I'm talking about right now. I hope this was helpful. I tried to put down things that I would have probably thought more about at the time that I was starting my own business, and maybe kind of you know, not heed warning, but provide you all with some helpful tips and advice for those of you that do want to start your own personal nail business. So comment below and let me know if you feel like this advice was helpful. If you own a personal nail business, let me know if you can relate to anything that I've said. Thank you to all my subscribers for hanging in this long. We're on the road to 1K. I feel like we can do it within the next year, so I feel like we can do it. Thank you so much for being a part of the Diva Gang. If you're still here, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave me a comment and let me know what you thought of the video. Hit that like button so that my content can get recommended. And also hit that subscribe button and click the bell so that you don't miss any future videos. And I love you so much, Diva Gang. I will see you in the next video. Peace.